Hello all, Onigato here for Oni in the Garden, and we're going to start over here with the pigeon peas, or partridge peas. Partridge peas is what they are. One of them has decided that it's definitely going to go to seed. The other one is starting to. So hopefully they'll take over the yard here in the next couple of years. But, you know, any kind of start's a good start. The marigolds, which are right over here. You can just make out one of them is starting to throw a flower, which is going to be really nice. And they've been joined. Hopefully it survives. The little boy brought home some flowers a couple of months ago. And they've been sitting in the kitchen window ever since. It looks like the plant's getting a little bit sunburnt. And does not like the transition, but there is some greenery still in there, so I'm hopeful. The potatoes, the spike is getting taller, but I'm seeing new leaves down low. Let's see if I can get down in here. There we go. You can just kind of make them out. Right in there. So, new leaves means more growth means goodness, and possibly more, potatoes. Over here to the strawberries. They're flourishing, mostly. The ones in the pot aren't doing great, but they're still there. So that's something. The peppers, I'm really hopeful for that right there, but again, I've had a lot of pepper starts and it just never got anywhere. So, yeah. Over here, this one bean has decided that it's going to come back all the way and be really, really nice, and I have what looks like strawberries. Has to be started from seed. There's no other way. There was no runner into there. Nothing. That has to be from seed. So, interesting, to say the very least. Speaking of the strawberries, I've got another batch of fruit coming in, which is kind of nice, unexpected. The cilantro is yeah, it's not doing so well. But I'm hopeful. I mean, I moved it. It's doing a little bit better. It needs to be watered a little bit more than it has been. But I don't think it's going to do very well overall. The tomato has just been so frustrating in that it flowers and the plant itself is, well, very healthy looking, but there's just no fruit of any kind. So, I don't know. Over here in the raised bed, the first vine here, which I think is another muskmelon actually, judging from the shape of some of the fruit sets that seem to be happening, is getting bigger. It's actually doing a really good job of helping hold down the shade cloth there, so that's really good. The beans have a new flush, so hopefully I get something out of those. And I'm getting all sorts of stuff growing out of the bed itself, which is really kind of cool. And a lot of this is starting to harbor aphids, but I sprayed them down really good yesterday, so I'm not seeing any aphids today, which is something at least. No active fruit right now on anything in the front, and what's left of the lettuces, oh well, I got one fruit right there. What's left of the lettuces are just looking absolutely devastated. So, yeah. That actually looks like aphids right there, so I don't know. Probably need to be sprayed again. Went through yesterday and took, let's get you up to the top, and ran a whole bunch of vines up into areas where, let's see if we can spot things here. There we go. So that they could come up across and actually come across the bed. And let's go over. Let's see if you can spot it right there. Yeah. So you can just make out the zip tie holding this thing in place. The body itself, the creeper vines, will be able to hold it into place.
What are you doing?
Hi, Quentin.
Shh.
We'll be able to hold it into place once it is actually in, grown through, but until it does, the zip ties will hold it in place pretty well. That one now reaches all the way across, and yeah, it's actually pretty good. So here is, pretty sure, muskmelon. Actually, 2, 3. So, and then that vine is mostly supported by the actual horizontal pole and partially supported by just the creepers that have meshed themselves into the structure. I keep pulling out cucumbers, lots of cucumbers, and I've started giving them away to people. Let's see, another one up there. It's got a couple more days to go. And there's one right there that I'll probably pull out today. But yeah, they're all over the place. Gave everything a really good spray down with BT and neem oil yesterday afternoon. Because with me day walking, I don't do anything in the very first thing in the morning anymore. Okay. I apparently have a pair of munchkins out here who want to help out. So it's time for me to water. Talk to you all later.